Right, we're back. Episode 30.
Already?
Where's the cake for the 30th episode?
It's the full contingent. We're all here.
We're all here, all four. Happy
Back
to
in
be
the
here. Nice sunny day.
Back out of probation.
Here we go. So today's show, we're going to talk about the Joshua fight.
Boom.
Chris has got some weird stories from the world, all over the
always.
world. And Tom wants to talk about Christmas.
Christmas is coming.
He feels the need.
The goose is getting fat.
He's actually getting too fucking close.
It's almost it's the last week of September this week, and then we're in October.
I know, crazy.
8 weeks till Christmas. It's mad, isn't it? It goes by so fast. Right, and anyway,
The fight.
the big fight.
I said to Ratty before the fight, the Russian fella.
Polovkin.
Yeah, he looked like he had
looked
something
hard.
about him.
He looked rough, didn't
He looked like he wanted to take down a giant.
He looked like Ricky Hatton on stage.
He did, didn't he? Yeah, he did. Claire said that.
He's the kind of guy.
He had the same hairstyle.
Do you know
Yeah,
if he was
basic.
if he was in a bar, you just know not to mess with him, didn't you?
Yeah.
But
Just
he
stay away.
had that look, didn't he? Because I mean,
Yeah.
physically, he looked like
He's still a big guy, though.
Yeah,
Well, you're
yeah.
6'2", aren't you?
I suppose
He's
you
the
compare
same size
him
as
to
you.
Joshua though. That's just.
But
ripped
Andy Josh was a fucking
giant, isn't
monster.
he? Yeah.
So
The 15 stone is very, very light for
Yeah.
heavyweight.
just under 16 one day.
Yeah.
But he looked like he looked very confident.
Yeah,
and
he
in
did,
the
yeah.
first couple of rounds, I mean, I think it was round 1 or round 2, he got in close.
They reckon he
Yeah.
broke Joshua's
First
nose,
round.
don't they?
Didn't
Yeah,
he?
really
Oh,
good
yeah,
chance.
yeah.
He broke his nose.
Yeah, he
didn't
broke his nose.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
And I thought, geez,
Because
he's
they're on
rocked.
about,
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's going to have breathing difficulties, which he
yeah.
sort of did.
In the later round,
But he had
yeah.
him in he had the guy in the eye then the guy's eye
Yeah,
was cut on
yeah,
the left
yeah,
side.
yeah.
It's like, I swear it's broken nose, so you can't see. He's like, you got someone like breathing.
The
fucking
problem
thing,
is, though, you
and
know-
you got one side just going.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
problem is that little cut though. If it keeps it can stop a fight. You know, 'cause you get
Yeah,
hit a
especially
few
the
times,
doctors
innit?
now, they're so
No.
strict on
Yeah, yeah.
if it's not sealed with Vaseline.
They stitched it up well, though, didn't they? Well, stitched it
Yeah.
up. They
Well,
they
they
saw
did,
it
yeah.
like Vaseline. on it.
Vaseline did it.
Yeah.
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 No, but then he come back in the 7th.
They just want the
Yeah.
blood to clot as fast as
It
possible.
didn't stop. Yeah, that's all they do to stop it bleeding, don't they? But the Polovkin though, he's never been knocked down before. Well, he's never been knocked
the
out.
last
before,
five-
you know?
He said he never lost once,
Well,
didn't
wasn't
Yeah,
defeated.
he
Klitschko.
only lost to Klitschko on points, wasn't there?
Oh, was it?
Yeah, on points it was.
He's a tough guy.
He's solid.
Well, for the last 5 years, I think he was undefeated.
Yeah.
Monster, you know.
Tough
Well,
guys.
he was done for drugs twice, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, so I think he had a couple of bans, so that's why he never has many fights.
right.
But he denies it.
But in
Nah, he
it's
kicks
from
some
the
ass.
sort of Eastern Bloc,
'cause
they
he's-
are
he's-
tough, isn't he?
Old is he? 39, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So
He's a solid guy, isn't he?
He didn't have a boxer's physique, though, did he?
he's probably had more experience,
The-
and that. But
I think he had about 11
he
more
probably had more
fights.
fought.
Yeah.
Well, you said he fought Klitschko, was it?
Yeah, he lost to
He
Klitschko.
fought,
yeah.
he's
But
fought
was he
all the
fought-
top guys.
Oh yeah, he's fought
Goes
other
back-
people. Yeah, he's fought off the top of my head. I couldn't tell you, but he's got a good record. I'll try
I
and
think
get it now.
he looked bulky
Good
though
record.
because he was just trying to pack on as much
Yeah.
weight as he could.
Yes. Well, if anything, he should have had a bit more to make
But
him more
against
heavy.
against Huey Fury, he fought, didn't he?
Oh, did he?
And he knocked him out, didn't he? In Cardiff, that was.
Oh yes, a kid. No, it was Tyson. No, it was David
he
Price.
fought.
Sorry, David Price. That's right. Yeah, he knocked him out in the Principality, didn't he? Really
Yeah, that's right,
badly,
yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Real bad knockout.
No,
that
the
was.
guy clearly can pack a punch.
Oh,
Clearly.
yeah.
You could just, you know.
He's a heavyweight, isn't he?
There was
Undefeated
a
heavyweight,
point.
So
There was a point when AJ looked a bit shook up by it. He looked a bit like, oof, this guy's fucking, he's going for me, yeah.
Because fighting little people, smaller guys is harder because they've got that. It's always tricky.
see, that's why you want to mess with me in about, isn't it?
Always picking on the tall people.
The thing with small guys, you don't want them close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as we all know, Mike Tyson was very, very small, wasn't he, for a heavyweight? 5'10",
Yeah,
which is
5'10".
ridiculously small
5
for a
times,
heavyweight.
16 stone is just solidness.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he?
No, no
have you seen the
fucking
picture of him
soft
though
pad.
when he's 17?
Yeah, and he was like
He
a man,
looks
wasn't
like
he?
a giant, doesn't he? At 17, looks like a man.
At 15, he was a giant.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
But that guy had
Well, not a
some
giant,
power.
you just
Physically
look,
massive,
looks
yeah.
a monster.
Yeah,
But he had that look, didn't he, Tyson?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
he looked
scary.
like a
He
fighter,
was
didn't
scary as fuck. Like, you walk in with him, he's just... Do you know they do that standoff on that stair?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that must be so intimidating.
I've read his autobiography, and there's
mad.
a really funny story in it. What's that guy, the rapper?
Fat Joe.
Fat Joe was in a bar in Brooklyn, and he was going into the bar, and it was like in an area where it was another gang that was sort of like in charge of the bar, or whatever. And he was going in, and all the bouncers started like trying to pick a fight, and Fat Joe was like, it was only him and his mate at the bar, so, and there was like 20 bouncers, and they were like, oh fuck, we're gonna get battered here. And then he said out of nowhere, You just hear the guy saying, "Come on, Joe, me and you will take him." It's Mike Tyson.
He was chasing the bouncers around the car,
And the bouncers are saying to Fat Joe, "Get him to stop, get him to stop."
We'll have to put that story up on the Lad Chat podcast. Funny,
Yeah.
because Fat Joe tells the story.
Yeah.
So it's not Mike Tyson saying it.
Of all the people you want backing you up in the street
fucking
for,
yeah, Mike
it's Mike Tyson.
Oh,
And
You would
fucking
just
way.
sit back and watch the show, wouldn't you? And apparently he was chasing them around. He was chasing these bouncers around the car.
Yeah, I'm with this guy.
You would, wouldn't you? You'd be like, "Oh, great, this is my night."
Guy's a beast.
He also tells another funny story, doesn't he? It's not Fat Joe that tells this. When he goes to a club and he's like got a $200,000 Bentley in a really rough part of town, doesn't he? And he says to this guy, we're gonna go, he got drunk and he's like, "Oh, don't we just drive my car home?" And then this guy said he drove his car home and he was like in Harlem, a really rough area, and he had like a car like worth £250,000 in his drive, and his mum's going, "Get it off, someone's gonna rob it." There. Anyway, he just like put a cover over it, left in his garage, and it was there for like 8 months, and Mike Tyson just forgot about it.
Okay,
That's all right, isn't it? Having that sort of money.
He's just like so much wealth,
That's ridiculous. So AJ, what's his future then?
Wow, they're talking
Is
a lot.
he gonna kick ass with these? Because who's next for him now?
April the 13th, he wants to fight Wilder.
He wants to fight
now, doesn't
Wilder,
he?
doesn't he, at the end
but
of
that
the
all
fight?
depends what
Oh,
happens between him and Fury.
I think Tyson Fury might beat Wilder. Because
Yeah,
Fury is so
I
awkward,
dunno.
and I reckon he will.
Did you see that first fight last night?
I missed.
Oh, what? No, it was the second fight.
What was that?
Is it Askins versus
Oh,
Cody or something?
Cody.
Oh, that was
a
poor
fucking
fight.
terrible fight.
I
I mean,
actually-
I'm no boxing expert,
Yeah.
right? But the way it was like he was coming in his Askins, and then every time he did, what's his name? Cody would just smother him, just like fall all over him.
He's a good fighter, Cody, but I think last
That was
night,
a terrible fight.
last night, it was. I actually fast forward through the whole fight.
Oh, it was a really shit.
it was really,
fucking-
really-
He generally like in
Did
his
you
other
watch it
few-
live, did you?
No, I because I always get pay-per-view, and what annoys me is that all the adverts and all the
breakup,
talking and
yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that. So I leave it for a few hours. So it starts at 6. I'll start watching
Oh, you
about
do the-
8,
Oh, I got
half
you.
8 or something.
Yeah.
Because I
Fast
record
forward
it
the
and I
fight,
just
yeah.
fast forward through all the
yeah.
talking, and I love watching the undercards. Actually, the undercards are really good. And
Yeah,
I
the
remember-
one before with
Luke
Campbell,
Campbell,
Yeah,
yeah,
that was a
good,
really
he
good
is.
fight.
he's
yeah.
a good
Do
fighter.
you know
Luke
that guy
Campbell.
Askin? He fought Craig Candy. He's the one who beat Craig Candy.
Oh,
Craig
is he?
Candy's a Cardiff boxer,
Yeah.
cruiserweight,
Oh, right.
and that's Craig's first fight was to that
Got knocked
Askin.
out really heavily, didn't he?
Yeah. Going back to that guy who fought last night quickly, he's had some decent fights. He fought David Price. He's the one who knocked David. Remember in Cardiff, he knocked David Price out badly. He fought. He fought.
You mean?
Yeah.
Go on.
He fought that French guy Takam, who remember
Charles Sacker, the
Who-
guy that
who fought Joshua, and he went all the way. Remember?
Oh, right, yeah,
He was really good, and he fought Klitschko. So he's fought some good people, and
Takam's a good fighter.
he's only been beaten. Well, prior to last night, his only loss was Klitschko, which is pretty decent in fairness.
Everyone loses to Klitschko, though, don't they? Except for Joshua, of course.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury.
Yeah. Tyson Fury.
What do you guys think of the intro stuff?
Yeah, funny. I'm glad you
weird
brought
last
this
night,
up.
wasn't it?
Don't you think it's a bit like Rocky? You know when Apollo Creed starts to get a bit cocky?
My friend Sean.
It is, isn't it?
My friend Sean last night said this is like watching Rocky 4.
Yeah, that's what I said to Claire
you
when
said-
he
you
fights
said the same thing
Ivor
when-
Drago, isn't
You know
it?
the thing, though? He stopped,
Yeah.
went up on a ramp, come back down, and just carried on walking.
It's just
Yeah.
over
It was like, what
the
was the point of
fucking
that? Yeah.
I
top.
just getting a ring. I was saying again. I was just
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
Mike Tyson when I find he just walk in, no
Yeah.
fucking music, just
Yeah.
in there, black,
because
suit,
I
fucking-
thought that
black
was the
fucking
point, wasn't it?
boots,
It was to
ready to
be-
go. Maybe have a towel over his head.
Yeah, but the point is to be focused, didn't it?
Yeah,
Focus on
yeah,
the fight.
yeah,
You want to see
yeah.
that fight.
Well, I just love
But he's there
Tyson's
going, hey,
entrance.
hey,
So
yeah.
and it's like it's
when he
too
took-
show busy.
when Tyson talked through his entrance against one fighter, he's I'm not confident. I'm not confident. Again, a ring. I'm a god.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
But you know Mike Tyson
I
actually
just see
wanted to
the
kill someone,
guy's
though, didn't you?
face fear going, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He's just there,
Wow,
pacing up and down.
But Mike Tyson, like, genuinely wanted to kill people, didn't he? Like he
But
said,
he just went in and out.
he said that. Well, he said his one regret. Someone said about regret, and he said his one regret is he never killed someone in the ring. That's
What?
what
So
he
that's a
literally
regret?
said. Yeah.
There's
He said he was disappointed he never killed
There's
anyone in
this
the ring.
TV program that used
know
to
what
be
you
on.
mean,
It's called
psycho.
Hard Bastards. Did you used to watch it?
Oh, was that with
yeah.
Danny
I watched-
Dyer?
No, Hard Bastards. It was.
That's it was with
Oh, Vinnie
one-
Jones.
no.
It was the Craze wife. It was.
Oh, Yeah,
Cree's daughter,
Reggie
wasn't
Reggie Cree's wife, yeah.
So what she used to do...
Katie Cree or something like
Yeah.
that.
I went on holiday and I bought the book. So it's called Hard Bastards. And what it is people that are notorious hard guys around the UK. And what she would do, she would go and she would speak to them. And, she'd interview them. And lots of them would say the one thing that they felt pushed them again. So these were like generally bouncers or martial artists or illegal fighters or whatever. And they'd say the difference between them and other people is they wouldn't care if they died in a fight.
Yeah.
They would just keep going until they die. And that's the difference, isn't it? Most people would just be like, oh, listen, this is fucking stupid.
Can't walk anymore.
But I think that's what scares normal people when they come into conflict is, what do I have to do to get out of this alive? And you probably have to kill somebody. And for the normal thinking person, that's something which we find what we struggle with.
Yeah.
And this is the difference, between the elite athletes, which will not give up. Like Polovkin, if that wasn't called off, he'd have kept it up, wouldn't he? He would have kept
it was like that Tackham guy who thought Joshua was the same, wasn't he? He was tough as nails, wasn't he?
And
Just
that's the
carried on.
But years ago in boxing, that fight probably would have carried on.
Yeah. Well, they're valuable now. Fighters, aren't they? So it's like
it's understandable there's rules because you're getting punched in the head.
Well, it's like in we were before the show we were talking about gladiators and things like that. And there's a really good documentary I was watching a few years ago, and it was about sort of like most people thought that gladiators would fight to the death, but actually that was really rare. And most gladiators, because they were like footballers, they were like
expensive,
top boxers, they were really expensive. So you're not gonna, get Gareth Bale through all the thing. He becomes a thing and then he fights to the death. You're not. So what they did, that was only really rare. So most of the time they would fight until one of them got injured, and then they would put them out unless it was like a special occasion or something.
I think when it comes to weapons, I think there was more slaves then, weren't
Yeah,
they? They
it was
were trying to buy their freedom by winning fights.
Yeah.
And sometimes the winning fight is by killing the opponent.
It was. That was the exception, though. Generally, where there's an execution, when they would bring like bloody, 100 slaves in, and they'd just chuck loads of lions in and see what happened and things like that.
Let's have a party.
What's going to happen?
Yeah, but most of the fight, it's really interesting to see that because they got all these bodies and they found in New York and they were lining an ancient road.
Oh, right.
And when they were looking at the bodies, a lot of them had injuries that had healed, and lots of them had like really balanced diet, lots of meat. Sort of like back in the day, meat was really rare unless you were rich.
Yeah.
You're not going to slaughter your cow that you use for milk and plough in your field and shit.
But they still had proper food, though.
They did.
They didn't have any processed shit, did
Oh
they?
yeah, of course, yeah.
They still had proper
Chicken nugget
But
sandwich.
right? I was thinking about this the other
Did
day.
you get a chicken nugget?
They used to go on about like how people are unhealthy now. Back in the day, if Romans could have had a freaking McDonald's, they would have absolutely.
No, fucking too right.
And people go on about like, people used to eat healthier. We were better then.
That's 'cause we
they
didn't have
have
it.
I guarantee my grandpa would have freaking been loving McDonald's.
50
You
miles
would have,
away,
wouldn't they?
Greg's.
Yeah, because it's convenience, isn't it? Food is now convenience. Like people have never worked as
Can you
long.
imagine how walking around nowadays?
I'm
like
going to hunt
Queen
for
Street,
Greg's.
You're like a fucking Roman peasant. You got like a £10 voucher for McDonald's. You would think you're like a fucking Roman emperor.
Yeah.
They did used to have their version of fast food though. In Pompeii, where the volcano erupted. There was
Oh,
a
yeah, they had to
document.
cook fast then.
Everything was cooked within a second.
Yeah.
But they found there was kind of like fast food vendors there as well, which is quite cool.
I thought convenience has always been convenient.
Yeah,
hasn't it?
yeah, that's the thing.
But they were doing, they were like, if you watch Plebs, did you ever watch Plebs?
No, I
Plebs
don't
is
know about that.
friggin' awesome. And they go to the Colosseum anyway, and there's people selling beer and all stuff like that. And it did happen, people would sell stuff like that. And at the side of, one thing I was...
Well, years ago, I used to go to cinema. You always care when with the ice cream thing going around.
Does anyone have ice cream at a cinema though? Like, I've never...
Ben and Jerry's, yeah.
It's a lot of hassle.
I don't see it.
If anything, I just goes to the pound shop, get some sweets and
that's
little
what I do.
chicken.
Fucking
Go.
too right.
I know.
Everyone does that now. Now, before that used to be lawful.
Yeah.
No, everyone does it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that fucking price.
Well, there's
I'm like,
enough to get
bag
into
it.
the cinema now, isn't there?
When I
I
was
don't
in...
know. I'll go to a £4 once.
Oh, do you?
No, do you know what you're going to do, right? You're going to get yourself a box of Maltesers and some popcorn and eat them at the same time. Have you done that?
No.
Oh, it's good stuff, boys. I'm telling you. You're missing out.
Nah.
Once when I was in university, we went to watch Casino Royale. And someone brought in a proper big McDonald's.
Yeah, I
like
remember.
drink,
Yeah, yeah,
McDonald's,
I
loads.
took it a Subway.
I took in a
Because,
rotisserie
Because
chicken.
now they don't really stop you now, do they?
And a
No,
whole
I
basket of
said
grill.
years ago, those used to be lawful.
One in the bag.
Yeah.
But I remember years ago, do you know the UCI down the bay? They used to have I don't know if I haven't been there for years. They used to have a Ben and Jerry's stall.
Yeah, it's still
But
there.
in Cineworld, it was easy to get food free.
No, this
It's
is
like you had 2 levels, didn't they?
Yeah.
Both levels, that's like sweets and all that.
yeah.
So, say you're going to like Cinema Screen 1 on the level, so you go upstairs, go up there, go downstairs, walk in.
Oh, they're paying.
Yeah.
Crafty.
Clever.
Because they see you coming down with this. You think, oh, you paid for upstairs. Where they think, oh, he's probably just gone downstairs to the toilet or something like that. You took the goodies, he's gonna be honest and pay downstairs. Oh, lovely.
Steve, they didn't know you clearly.
No. Steve, what I was going to say is in Cineworld, in UCI, they had this Ben and Jerry's stall, and you could get like a waffle thing. Can you remember?
I can't remember.
Ridiculous. It was like a waffle, like a hot waffle, and they put like all fudge or whatever, and loads of Ben and Jerry's
That's
in
the
it.
shit.
It was absolutely
That's
amazing.
the shit.
They cost about 40 quid though. What? Not 40 quid, but it's very. I can't remember how much it was.
Have you ever gone gallery?
Oh,
No.
I've gone gallery a couple of times.
Gallery, haven't you?
Oh, in the cinema?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
Do you have to wait? Thing is, right,
Yeah, it
I'm
is,
not
it
a big
is.
nachos fan, and if that's part of the deal, you get a fuckload of nachos. I'm not in for that.
no, you get
No,
sweets,
popcorn.
and popcorn and drinks.
Yeah, but popcorn as well. I don't want all you can
They
eat
give you
fucking popcorn.
chocolates.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and then once you finish it, you just ask for more.
What?
Yeah.
It's all
Quality
just
street, though.
Drinks, which is good. Take a bag with you because it's bottled.
Yeah.
Nice.
Keep going. I didn't they used to
mean-
do hot dogs though when they first started, and very shortly after they stopped it.
I
I know.
don't.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I know the booze is not free
Yeah,
part of
no.
it, but you can have booze and sit and watch
Yeah.
and have a drink. Like,
They take you to the seat, and the seats are like sofas, aren't they?
Yeah,
They're
nice-
so much more
nice leather.
comfortable, Yeah.
Right, talk about good seats. Eddie Hearn, he had a good seat. What do you think about him?
Oh, he got slagged off rotten, didn't he?
yeah.
He's supposed to be a bit of a twat.
Yeah.
What's your view?
Derek Chisora talks about him, doesn't he, in an interview, and what he says is about promoters, and it's like promoters are the word, the boxers.
It's
in the
just
ring
it's
taking
just
the
dragging
fight.
AJ's career out. We need to get this done. We need this Wilder.
What's he trying to do? Build up, like,
Build him, yeah.
build up,
mega
build
fights,
up,
aren't they?
get loads of money.
Because
Yeah.
the more fights you get, the more victories you get, it kind of equates to money, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So more people are interested. But the risk Joshua runs is if you keep fighting bums. This guy we fought last night was pretty decent.
I don't know.
People will lose interest, won't they?
I don't know. I
Just
think he's
battering
stepped it up
people.
last few fights, though, hasn't he? He's fought
Yeah.
Vokin, he's fought Klitschko, he's fought Takam, which is turned out to be a big fight.
But-
he fought against Dylan White.
He's got to fight Wilder, but then again,
I think the
you know Wilder might be
heavyweight's been as best for a little
Yeah,
while. 'Cause
yeah,
We've got more
yeah.
big names coming through now.
because the Klitschko's killed the heavyweight division, really, didn't they? Because all the belts were
Well, Lennox
fight each other.
killed
yeah.
Lennox killed up and just left the Klitschko's to dominate
Yeah.
these following years.
and they were just fighting bums. But there is at the moment, there's about 6 or 7 big fighters now, isn't there?
Yeah.
All coming through.
Or potential.
Yeah.
I'd like
Be
to see it, though.
heavyweight
As
champs.
I said, I think the best fight for Joshua at the moment is going to be Ortiz. I think that'll give him the hardest fight because he's so solid.
So Ortiz lost.
No, I
got
know he
banned.
did, but I think Joshua will knock out Tyson Fury. I think
I
he's
dunno.
awkward, but I think if Joshua hits you, Tyson
I
Fury's
dunno.
good, but he hasn't got the power of Joshua. Joshua, I think.
If Tyson Fury took boxing seriously, he could be good.
I love him. I would love Fury to win, but I think Joshua. As I say, when you're fighting with Joshua, he
If you
only
took his
needs one
training
punch.
seriously, if you took a proper manager
Yeah.
seriously, learned how to handle his money and drug problems seriously,
I love Tyson
he could
Fury.
be a good boxer.
Yeah, he's got the potential.
But back to Eddie Hearn, yeah, he's no one likes him, do they? Like he's
money
just seen
man,
as
isn't
like
he?
the
Was
money.
it? Because he's just solely money.
Yeah, that's
all
what
it
But
Yeah.
as
is.
it are most promoters.
Yeah,
they're
but
all
that's the
about
thing.
money.
They're up for promoting the fight. That's
So-
that's their job, isn't it? They got to try and get the best deal for the best price, don't they? For everyone, including himself. And I think it's just kind of they're like the middlemen. They're kind of like the people in school who cause the fight.
football
don't
They're
they?
your
agents,
agents,
aren't
isn't
they?
it? You know?
Yeah, and they're always
They're the one.
vilified, and they, to be fair.
And didn't he? What's his
I'd want
name?
you to fight this guy because if you fight this guy next fight would be a lot more money.
Yeah,
Chisora did an interview on YouTube, and I'll try and find it when he talks about promoters. And he says, the promoters are driving around in Bentleys and Ferraris and stuff, and then the boxers are earning like 10 grand a fight. And then he says that
Like Lennox Lewis said to Joshua, get out. Do this on your own.
He got
same-
immense
he's big
followers.
enough
Same
now, though, yeah.
as Joe Kawasaki. He did it to get the fights he needed. He had to quit.
Well, look at the biggest guy at the moment, Conor McGregor. He makes his own fights now. Did you see his press conference this week?
He's bringing out his own whiskey.
He's brought out his own whiskey. It's called Proper 12.
You were telling me that, weren't you?
Yeah,
There you go, his own whiskey.
It's sponsoring the fight now. But it's sold out already in Tesco. Do you see that on the news this week?
What's it called? The whiskey then?
Proper 12 whiskey.
Yeah.
Is it good though?
It doesn't matter, does it, if it's good?
People are probably buying it.
He's Irish, so it's going to be Irish whiskey. So
he's
relabeled
a huge
Jameson's.
star in America.
yeah, basically.
Well, he says it's a direct competition for Jameson's.
Jameson's a good whiskey.
I'm not a big whiskey.
I'm not a
drinker.
big whiskey man either.
It's a nice whiskey. It's good whiskey. So.
We went for a stag do, remember, years ago. We went for a whiskey tasting. We went to this distillery, and there was like 15 of us.
It was alright, actually. I've got to say.
It was nice. It was interesting. They were telling us all about the different, like where they bought, made, and this and that. Yeah. And then they were just giving us the whiskey.
Give the
like,
swirl. Bit of drop of water.
It just all tastes of whiskey.
But what they said, right, is they explained all the different
Nice cigar.
how all the different whiskies taste different, depending on what part of Scotland and stuff. Yeah, and it's the weather. And there's loads of factors that go into it. But when they were explaining, you could actually...
Gives colouring.
Yeah, that's right. But you could actually smell the difference.
Yeah.
When they explain it to you, they got like a little board and they say, right, this is from whatever part of Scotland. And when you smell it and they explain, you can actually, like, I'm no whiskey connoisseur. But
I've been drinking whiskey for a few years. I'm no fucking connoisseur. I could do it in a glass now, actually. But... you do pick up on different tastes. It is subtle, isn't it?
No, whiskey tastes the same.
No.
It's true.
No, they don't.
True,
but I don't drink whiskey enough.
Yeah.
I might have one whiskey every 5 years or something.
What's the one we had before you brought? It was absolutely fucking stunning. What was that one? Was it a new...
That was the Johnny Walker one, wasn't it?
Was it Johnny Walker? Was the Highland Park, the new one?
Oh,
Valkyrie?
the Viking one.
Yeah.
The Highland Park.
Whiskey, yeah.
Have you seen the white whiskey? I saw some. I was looking
White McKay, is it?
for the Conor McGregor one. I don't know what it was. It was white whiskey.
It wasn't White McKay, was it? Is it White McKay?
It was really weird because it looks like.
Oh, you mean the
vodka.
colour was actually
white?
white?
Yeah, the colour was white. Yeah.
I
was like, what about this?
Guys, I got a funny story about Chris and whiskey. Remember before when Chris got really pissed on whiskey? He drank like literally half a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
He was literally trolleyed. We had to push him home in a trolley.
Yeah.
He was having the piss and someone had to put his bits away from him
We've all been there.
and slip him back up.
We were at my friend's
It
house.
was literally
right?
green.
And my friend had a bar in his house, and it was fully stocked bar. His dad's like a businessman, and he used to have like meat.
We made them 2 bottles in 2 hours.
Well, no, we were just, and everyone was like, "Oh, I bet you want to have a shot." And like, when you're 18 and that, you just have a shot, and it doesn't touch you, does it?
Yeah.
And then I was just like that, just drinking.
That,
But before I knew it, though, like half the bottle was gone, and then everyone decided we were going to go for a walk, didn't they? I was just like,
we were on holiday.
I was like, I'm a vodka.
We were on holiday, and me and my brother Lee, we did a bottle and a half of tequila between us.
What?
Yeah, I'd battered it.
I'd not taste it. Like when we were resistant to that lemon was the best part.
The smell of tequila is quite nice, actually. When I used to work in a bar, I didn't like the smell.
It tastes it's weird. It's like a salty.
We were in this, I can't remember where now. We were in this fucking karaoke bar, and we just kept getting shot after shot after shot. And the woman said to us, you drunk like a bottle and a half of tequila. Still a few
did it
pints
just
in
make
between.
you feel like shit though the next day?
See, right, I'm not like a big drinker, but some nights I can just keep drinking.
Yeah.
I could just keep going and
James,
going and
you call
going.
those nights weekends, don't you?
Yeah. But the other nights, it
Weekdays,
depends, if the moon and the stars are aligned a different way and I've had a fucking dodgy tea, I can't drink for shit. You know?
I remember, again, when I was in uni, me and my mate, she was on the course with me, we were having pre-drinks. Well, there was a load of us, but me and her went halves on some vodka and lemonade.
All right.
My God, literally, we were having pints of it. And within about
pints of lemonade and a dash of vodka.
No. This was actually like we got a
hold the fucking vodka. I'll just stick with the Schweppes.
We got like a 2-litre bottle of vodka, and we done it. Yeah, we did. And suffice to say, we didn't make it out. I think I just walked home because you didn't live around the corner from me. I walked home and everyone went out and had a great time, and I was in bed by about 7:30.
Right, moving on, Chris.
Oh, no.
Weird stories around the world. I just picked this up too much.
Yeah, you have picked it up too much. There was a story this week I was chuckling about earlier on, actually, just reading it. And it's about in Texas. So the Texas police were given, I think it was like 48 crates of bananas.
That's a lot of bananas, though, isn't it?
It is a lot of
so
bananas.
Texas police,
my mate ordered
they were given 48 crates of bananas
I think it was 48. Yeah,
because they were
45 boxes.
because they were over.
They were almost going to go.
And
on.
who give them?
It would have been the port. So
Okay.
when there was stuff left over.
Yeah.
But it contained more than bananas, Jim.
Tell us more, Chris.
It was full of 18 million pounds worth of cocaine.
Jesus.
What is the chances of that happening?
Jesus. So what? Do they
What
know
a party! What a party!
So do they know what happened? How the fuck did that happen?
Well, they were trying to smuggle the drugs, obviously, and then they got intercepted. And they just given away. You know, they were rotting away. They gave it to the police, like of all the parts.
But what did the police do with it?
Yeah, exactly.
I reckon they give it back to the
I bet it was like
people to push
80
the
million
drugs
worth
out.
of.
Well, clearly he fucking handed the bananas back and kept the rest.
Imagine that though. What's the chances? That's rare, isn't it?
52 kilos was handed. Only 10 was actually.
They only managed
Where
to find
did the
10.
others go?
It is like, what's the chances of that though? Of all the
I
things.
don't know. I mean, I dare say that like he's exporting off ships and stuff. You got the what they call them.
Coast Guard.
Yeah, but customs and excise fucking intercepted all sorts of fucking weird shit.
Well,
not
yeah,
just
Well,
that.
they hide it on vehicles and that.
Yeah.
Like sometimes the person who's driving, like, I haven't got a clue what's
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
they got.
Well,
Like they put in like the tires and all stuff like that.
There was a really good documentary on. It was the guy from SASU Tough Enough, and he went to stay with drug cartels. Do you see that in Mexico? And then
fucking brave man doing that.
You wouldn't, would you?
what they were doing was these guys were going to these massive cargo ships in the middle of the night, and sometimes they were like with pitch black scuba gear and stuff like that, and just attaching stuff to the bottom of the boats. Like how dangerous is that? And they were saying like on this ship there was like what 1,500 containers. You're never ever going to go through all of them.
Yeah.
Even customs aren't going to imagine
You
if they
probably
had to go
check every
through-
100 or so, every 10.
Exactly.
Like,
And they, for maybe one package they'll get through, 100 will go. One they'll catch.
yeah.
And it's just crazy. Have you seen Air America? You've watched Air America, haven't you? With that guy, and he starts. He works for the CIA.
Oh no,
That's what Mel Gibson.
American Made
American
with
Made. Have you seen that?
Tom
I
Cruise.
just, when you're talking about the Mel Gibson, I think that was the true story. He was just smuggling the heroin and all that in Vietnam.
Yeah, but in American Made, this guy, he works for the CIA, doesn't he? And his job is to illegally support rebels by giving them weapons. But on the way back then, these guys are like, when you're flying back to America, will you just take all this cocaine with us, don't they? And he ends up taking hundreds of millions of dollars at a time, legally, and they just let him do it. But they were saying for every one plane that gets intercepted, 50 go through.
Yeah, of course they do.
And they were making so much money, they would just crash say they buy a plane for $1 million.
Yeah,
They'd have 20 million of cargo on there. They just dump the plane at the end in the middle of the desert.
I was reading
It's
this
crazy.
mental story. What gangs, drug cartels do in Mexico. So what they'll do, if people are driving from Mexico to America, when they stop at service stations and stuff, they'll go and hide drugs in their car. Then on the other side, they get people to rob them on the other side. So imagine that. You stop to have some food. You literally don't have a clue what's going on.
Yeah.
You drive through the border. If you get caught, you're like properly fucked.
you got to explain why it's
and by saying... Just imagine that. And then, if on the other side, so a best case scenario, you get robbed by cartels at gunpoint, of course. And at worst case scenario, you go to jail for like 20 years. Imagine that shit.
Fucking hell.
How can you explain that?
didn't know, you couldn't.
Like winning the lottery.
Would you
They
want to
just
be
put it underneath the
in
cars
prison?
or wheel arches and stuff. But just imagine the poor bloke who doesn't know. You wouldn't
Cartel
have
are
a clue.
fucking ruthless.
Oh, yeah.
Watch your Sons of
They chop
Anarchy.
you up.
Yeah.
Some of the shit they get up to, man. You,
Oh.
see, you hear like those footballing teams that get all of them just get beheaded.
Yeah.
It's crazy. If you see, but the problem about it is that in these countries where they've got no, their government's really corrupt and things like that, they've got no other option than to grow these drugs. It's like, right, you grow the drugs, or we're just going to kill you.
Yeah, and the police won't do nothing about it, will they? You can't go to the
You're in the
police
middle
now.
of nowhere. There's no police for like 800 miles, and your whole city's or town is controlled by the cartel. What are you going to do?
No.
And
It's
I'm
easy objectively to say that.
sitting here in Cardiff when we're relatively
Safe, yeah. Just go to
in the
Ely.
bunker, in the mean streets.
Right, what's next then, Chris?
Well, we were talking Halloween's coming up soon, and there was a really interesting story about Alton Towers banning clown masks. Have you seen this one? So,
Oh, right, yeah.
So they have what? This is just part of a ride.
So for Halloween, they have like a Halloween festival there where you can go in.
They've done it for a while, haven't they?
It's really, really good. But because of the new clown masks, they're actually pretty freaky.
Yeah, there's some of them.
They're scaring like young.
God, that is pretty freaky.
They're
Isn't it?
scaring.
Show the camera.
They're scaring really young people to the park.
That is quite creepy.
Yeah,
but that's the fucking point, though. Isn't it?
Ironically, yeah, that's the point of it. But
Halloween is just losing this value what it is.
it's a big industry now, and apparently it's the third biggest festival now.
Yeah, but it's supposed to celebrate the dead, and yet you got someone dressed up as Catwoman or Spider-Man. You're like, what's that?
But the irony is, it's obviously people are asked to dress up, and even the employees dress up as like ghosts and just wander around and stuff like that.
So they're being asked to kind of ban the clown.
Yeah, not just the clown, like anything that's too scary. So like, if
but
you
like,
go
who's the judge though?
Would be too
children
afraid.
are too frightened and things like
dressed
that.
up as Jimmy Savile.
Yeah, definitely.
But who sets the press?
Django kids, get right.
They'll stop people coming in. There was a poll the other day, and have a guess out of all the film characters who was voted the worst villain or the most evil person.
Who's supposed to be the most evil? Or
the most evil character.
But it is it?
No.
Chucky.
No.
Let's have a guess.
Horror films now, yeah? Or it could
Just
be any film.
The Joker.
It could be, out of films and TV series.
The Joker.
No.
Who?
Walt Whitman of Breaking Bad.
Walter White.
Walter White, sorry. Not Walt Whitman. So
White,
he was voted the most evil character.
Yeah, but that's millennials. That's obviously something on millennial people.
Tell them to fuck themselves.
In that sense,
yeah, and this is from a bunch of pussies that have probably never watched a fucking horror film.
Yeah, like
because
he's not evil.
They get offended watching it.
He's not evil, is he? Like,
no. He's evil.
Go watch a fucking Serbian film.
He's evil.
Compared to all the characters he could have been.
He's not a serial. Well, he is a serial killer.
Go watch a Serbian fucking film.
Yeah.
You will know what horror is.
Should I tell you a film that the more I watch it,
I advise you to watch it with fucking warning.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
The Blair Witch Project, the original one.
Yeah, it was a good film.
Freaky,
very
freaky
If you take it for what it is,
Yeah, I saw it in the cinema.
it's actually really freaky.
See, a lot of people, not all, but I think there's a lot of people who didn't like that film. And the reason they didn't like it is because they lack imagination.
Yeah.
Right? They want to go there to see the monster,
Yeah,
to be told what it looks like. The idea is you can't see it. The idea is because a lot of people resist horror films nowadays.
Yeah.
Like if you go watch a comedy, you want to laugh and you will, just get engrossed in a film to laugh.
Yeah.
A lot of people go to horror films and it's like this standoff.
Yeah.
Okay, make me scared. Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
You got to immerse yourself into it.
Desensitized.
It's
There's
true.
a bit of that as well.
It is. It's true, and I think. Yeah. Sometimes I find when you're watching these horror films, it's the point you're scared up until you find out what it is. You're like, oh, that's stupid.
Yeah.
But like the not knowing, I agree. I think it was better. You know,
it's more
Should I
suspenseful.
tell you what was a freaky film as well until you start seeing this stupid frigging monster?
I know
Jeepers
I
Creepers.
knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
Until you see this stupid.
The guy who
frigging
made it is the
bird.
biggest fucking monster.
Yeah.
Who made it?
Victor, I forgot his surname now, but
That's why I didn't get a cinema release for the third one.
he made a film. No, don't get. I watched Jeepers Creepers. I really enjoyed it. And I quite like number 2. And then I find out that the guy who made it, I think it was his previous film, and that was to do with a clown, and he casted this young boy. But during the making of the film, he sexually abused the young boy.
Whoa.
Yeah. And he actually went to prison for it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I didn't
But
know
because he's got a friend in Francis Ford Coppola, he was allowed or able to come back and make Jeepers Creepers.
I didn't know
Right.
that.
That's fucking Hollywood for you.
Guys,
Unbelievable.
that's mad.
Yeah.
And
Put a dampener on it, didn't it?
Yeah.
No, but
Don't know what to say
again,
about that.
it's just,
Yeah.
that's Hollywood for you.
But again, though, even in that.
But that was a
film,
good fucking film.
Yeah,
I ain't
yeah.
saying
It
it 'cause a
was. It's
fucking
been tarnished,
dirty pedo fucking made it. But Jeepers Creepers was actually a good monster movie.
It was a good
Yeah.
film until you start seeing this stupid idiot.
Because when it was this some freaky bloke with this jet wash hair, and you see the bit where he's throwing them down the well, bodies
Yeah,
down the
that's
well.
quite freaky.
That's quite creepy. And then it's some monster.
I didn't mind seeing his face in the film because he was quite a creepy face.
But don't you find when it's
And
a
he
person,
wasn't some shit CGI. He was.
Yeah.
My question
Yeah,
is, if he
it
can
was
fly,
makeup,
why
wasn't
is he bothered driving around in that shitty van
What's that?
in Jeepers Creepers? If he can fly.
Yeah, but he's going to run away from him, isn't he?
Yeah, but why? Yeah, but why drive in the van then?
Because it adds to the mood. Don't think about it too much.
I thought about it after, and I was thinking, why is he just like?
But
what's the point?
But the point of the film, I find, when it's a
He
monster.
wants to live on fear, didn't he? Your fear is what feeds his soul.
No, I know, but like.
So when he's ramming you off road, is
but that's freaky.
That's why all the kills are
weird
different. Because
you know,
like when you take the eyes, you need the eyes.
Yeah.
The tongue.
I just always thought that. Why does he bother driving around when you just fly?
But don't you find generally though with films when it's people or ghosts or something, it's a bit more freaky when it's a monster. Because like I just find when it's a monster, like I can't relate to it. Like obviously I can't relate to it, but I can't. My imagination won't allow me to run away with that.
Yeah.
If it's a person, I find it more freaky because people are
I've never
scary.
seen a guy turn into a werewolf and make a werewolf like that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking about like if I saw it in real life.
It's because you know that it's highly unlikely that fucking monster exists. You're not going to walk out and see fucking Godzilla smashing down fucking Greggs. You know, you're not going to see it. But with a ghost,
Greggs.
with Greggs, it's all kind of Greggs. With ghosts, it's all kind of up in the air, isn't it? It's like do they, don't they? They could do, they might do. And if you freak yourself out watching these fucking poltergeist films or whatever.
Well, Paranormal Activity is good for that. Paranormal Activity is good for that, isn't it? The first one. Do you watch that?
Those were good. They were because they were genre. They were setting the trends.
Then the second one was like. Then the third one was like, you're getting a bit too. But then they got like a franchise of them now. It's like, all right.
I saw a film. Well, me, you, and Sam have spoken about loads of times. What is it? The Conjuring, is that Is it the second one when it's the Enfield haunting?
Yeah.
Is that
I think so.
Is that the Conjuring?
It starts off the Amityville house, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then it goes
into the Enfield.
But that's
very
really
high production horror.
And that's how you got the Nun film from innit?
The big budgets though. The first one wasn't, but the second one, the budget increased quite a lot.
I like the Enfield one because I knew about the Enfield way before.
And that's a creepy ass story. That is the Enfield.
Well, that is the most documented and publicised sort of poltergeist activity ever, apparently. And the children still.
But they had police and
they had police reporters. Yeah, they had people living with them, didn't they?
All right, the photographs not really convincing.
No, it's not.
You could get anyone, a girl could jump into that pose.
It's weird, though, isn't it?
But
how easy to scare kids.
But there's so many witnesses
who
who disbelieved it, witnessed it.
But then the journalist, though, if he saw the girl doing that, he'd say, well, she's making it up.
Yeah.
Because they were there.
I don't know, but people get engrossed in it.
And you've got to remember as well, when something becomes popular...
How many people at that time didn't believe it? There was a fair enough people who didn't believe it.
Most people didn't. And that's why the journalist was there, because he didn't believe it.
Yeah, but what you've got to remember, Chris, is
making a story.
If you're making a story and that story is getting more and more successful, it's in your interests for it to carry on going.
How much more publicity would you get if you found these kids faking it? You'd be like, well, this is fake, and everyone would just be. I reckon.
I don't know. Sometimes.
Yeah, because I think what happens then is people go, "Oh yeah, I knew it," and they switch off to it. The story's dead. But if you can keep it going,
I don't know though. Because what about this Roxanne thing? This Roxanne palette from Big Brother.
That's still rolling.
That's still rolling on now because people don't want to drop.
Yeah, but people love to hate stuff, and people don't they?
Cunts though, and
but we do love to hate people.
One of the
don't
worst
we?
is that woman who said the door was missing.
And
she was
Shannon Matthews.
She was in her uncle's house, hiding in bed.
There was a series on last year about that. It was quite good.
Missing, just to get money out of the public. When she should find Shannon.
We've talked about this though in the past, haven't we? Remember that couple that went canoeing. And they said that they both died.
And for the insurance.
For the insurance. And people who do crazy things for money.
The policeman didn't he? The kayak, the canoe man. He supposedly died in a canoe.
Yeah.
So the sons supposedly thought their father was dead. So it was just the mum and two kids. And apparently the father wasn't dead.
Yeah.
Dead in
what do you mean behind
the
a false
bedroom?
wall?
In the bedroom they built a false wall for him to stay. So his kids grew up knowing his father was still alive in the room, but they didn't know that.
Wow.
And when he got found out, he found out because there was a photograph in South America or something like that, a picture of him. And his wife came clean then. And like the son just went, fuck you.
Isn't that a long... That's a lie.
In the same house as well. Like the kids thought their father was dead.
That's terrible.
That's commitment,
And
though, isn't it?
he was a high-ranking policeman.
What was it for, money,
just to
is
get,
it?
get a life insurance.
But talking about
life
money and
insurance.
fame and stuff like that, did you see that program? Was last year. The guy was in Celebrity Big Brother this year, and what he did, he married a woman.
Is any celebs in Big Brother?
Well, exactly. Yeah, that's a fair comment. But then he was on a TV show, Married at First Sight. So the first time he met his
I've seen that. That's stupid.
Was at the altar when he was marrying her.
Well, that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Never spoken to her before. Didn't know what she looked like. They didn't know if they had anything in common. They married the first night and then went on their honeymoon, and then they were just given a house to live in for a month, and then they had to decide if they want to stay married or.
That's just
Did they consummate the wedding?
Yeah. Well, they married, didn't
ridiculous.
they?
Well,
Can't stress enough how
just because
much-
they're married, they don't have to consummate.
Well, I think 2 of them did. And
If they didn't know
one
each
of them
other.
didn't, Yeah.
That's the fun, isn't it? That's where they turn up.
But like how weird is that? And like how
she goes like, you
attention-seeking.
think, oh fuck no, and
Yeah.
she's going, yeah.
Or the other way round.
Yeah, just like I going, oh shit.
But then again, I wouldn't be that big of a cunt to fucking go there.
Yeah.
So they deserve all the misery.
Yeah, they
No,
do for being
I do,
stupid.
but
Yeah.
what I'm talking about is
I
this,
agree.
and there's
They
this
knew what they were getting into.
Well, there's this other TV program as well, and my wife loves it. It's Just Tattoo of Us.
Well,
So it's an MTV program, and basically,
Oh, Chris, how do you manage?
I know.
I've
terrible.
never
How do
even
you
heard of
manage?
it.
There's 2 people, and your friend or partner gets to choose what tattoo you have.
Well, that's
And the other
stupid.
one- and
That's
vice
ridiculous.
versa. So generally, what they do is friends that are trying to like screw each other over, and they get the worst tattoos ever. And this one girl,
You can't complain about that.
No,
If you
yeah,
come
yeah.
out of that, well, you got a fucking dick on your head.
Well, no, this
You
one
can't
girl-
complain about
This
it.
one girl had a tampon tattooed on the inside of her leg permanently, and
Good.
apparently,
Did she cry? Did she cry about it?
I didn't know they were going to do that to me.
stupidly she went back on there again
Oh, yeah,
to
because she
try and
hadn't.
get her mate back, and her mate give her another tattoo.
What an idiot!
No, and one of them was a picture of her shitting on the floor. I can't remember. Apparently, she went on a night out and got so drunk she just shit herself on the floor.
What an...
So someone had that tattooed on her.
So she went back again.
To try and get her mate back, and then her mate got her back again. Of course.
Well, obviously, her friend was more intelligent than her.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is just
That's
the
why they choose
stupid
these
reason
people for
go
these
on TV,
shows.
you know?
But it's what people will do for their
People
15 minutes
are
of fame, isn't it?
fucking
Like, you're
retarded.
humiliated for the rest
Would
of your
you
life.
trust me with a tattoo?
Would I fuck?
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't
this
trust
is it,
anyone
though,
with... No, I
and,
wouldn't.
like,
No way.
Just would be cool.
I'd have a fucking swastika on my head or something.
I reckon you two should go on there.
But people would do anything for a little bit of fame, wouldn't they? Like, how... Especially
Like
the
the
marriage
fucking-
one.
I bent over and belly button would be his fucking asshole.
Some of the things that go on there are stupid. But like, it's like people are crazy going on there. Have you seen? There's another one now. What was it? Naked Attraction. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
And basically, there's like people are naked, so men and women, and then you've got to just choose who you want just by like.
Say that. There's
You can't see the
went
top
on the
half.
other day and there's like there's about 4 or 5 girls there, like different coloured boxes. And
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had one girl who had MS, and like clearly she had like crutches and all that, and he like trying his hardest not to choose her the first. It's like,
go.
yeah, I'll choose that one first. Do you want to feel
Yeah.
sorry for her, like, you know?
Yeah, no,
It's like weird, like.
How could you possibly
That
tell?
crutch really turns me on. Whoa.
But that's it, though, isn't it? It's just like ridiculous.
How
and,
can you
like,
possibly tell, right, if that pair of balls belongs to your soulmate?
Yeah, it's so true.
hope it does.
How can you
But they don't
possibly know
talk to
that?
each other either.
they've
until
just
Can you
gotta
swing it
pick
to the
them,
left and the
haven't
right? Yeah, that's the one thing.
I've not
Fuck
seen
off.
it all, but I just saw it.
And they clearly look for the biggest dick.
Yeah, well, obviously.
And then when the biggest dick walks out and he looks like the biggest dick, it's your fucking fault.
But the thing is, the
know,
people
it's so
honestly go on these things expecting to find the love of their lives. They can't do.
They don't care, do they? They
Just
just
go there, spend an half hour, look at a
They're
pair of
just hoping
balls.
there's a fit girl on there,
Yeah.
and like all the favourites, they got to see.
But then
what they
everybody's
like about
seen.
them. Like,
Yeah.
like they show them.
But then, no,
they show
but
them
you're fucking
knots.
walking around with your girlfriend. Everybody's seen a fucking muff.
Yeah, it's true.
But the worst thing is, though, do you know if you're not picked? How embarrassing is that? You look like a twat.
You fucking
that's
brag
it.
it to your next date. Oh, I was on TV.
That's
I
it,
was,
innit?
I was a set of balls straight to the
They've
left.
still done the sections, like like the mid area. So they clearly like show the fucking vag, you know. So the minute guys check out the van, what you like? Oh, it's a bit like a Cornish pasty. That looks like a kebab after a night out.
Cornish pasty.
Still see the fucking
Guys, he's
dribble
going to
of
put
the
me off
fucking
my
garlic
chicken
sauce.
fajitas tonight, guys.
Tom, nothing puts you off your chicken fajitas. Anyway, Tom.
So
Christmas.
anyway, yeah,
Tom's
Christmas
favourite
is
part of
coming.
the
I
year.
was in Asda's yesterday.
Right, so it's what, September?
Yeah.
No, well, it's next week
Never
is the
too
last
early for
week. We're in
Christmas.
October next week, in May. No, actually, the week after.
It's just fucking more money.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it is. But I was in Asda's
You always
yesterday.
for the fucking Coca-Cola van to come.
Yeah, it's true. It's got
Holidays are
Christmas stuff
coming.
already.
Holidays are coming.
Yeah, do you want to think
Christmas
about that
stuff
Coca-Cola
already,
van?
guys.
Go fucking Coca-Cola in there, bastards.
Full of
It's
Yeah.
empty.
Or
Look,
green Coke.
Bananas and Coke.
So, guys, yeah, so
Tom does
listen,
a Christmas party.
I do a Christmas party every Christmas Eve.
do you?
Come.
Well,
I asked you last year, didn't I?
That's right.
But
yeah.
I guess when you got a kid,
Christmas Eve, yeah. It's
yeah.
always difficult Christmas Eve.
it's always
Don't
hard.
worry, I pile over that.
You always had Chinese, or don't you, on Christmas Eve?
you want to
do
say
you?
great, yeah.
see
yeah.
it.
You? How come? Why
We
is
just
that a
do it on at Christmas Eve. Nobody can be asked cooking, so we
It's
all
true.
plow over to my mum's, just order a big fat takeaway and just drink and eat. Yeah.
Chinese. And I knew a guy who had an Indian on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day for his Christmas meal.
I do that.
Yeah, what's wrong?
Yeah. No, it's
Have you
just
done
different,
anything?
isn't it?
I love a cooked. I love it. We all say it right, but my mum's cooked dinner. It's fucking out. Well, we usually all say it. My mum's cooked dinner is the fucking best, and a Christmas dinner is just on point. I remember the one year I had to go to my son's mother's. I was with her at the time for Christmas, and I was leaving my mum's house, and she was cooking fucking lamb and turkey and beef.
No.
I like gammon. I don't like any of them. Gammon for Christmas dinner.
All the meats. Every single one. of
Gammon?
them should be.
Yeah.
On your fucking
yeah.
Christmas dinner?
I
Person
remember.
having ham.
I remember last Christmas, right? We went. No, it wasn't.
Some of yours to yours for you.
It wasn't last Christmas. It was the Christmas before, and my mum, like, we ran over my mum's house on Christmas Eve for a dinner, and like she made this massive, like a whole salmon.
Oh, yeah, that was
And
lovely.
anyway,
Really
so
nice.
we ate it.
Nice.
And I went home then, and then I was putting my son's toys together.
Oh, yeah.
remember
This
that?
the Christmas. Everyone was ill.
Everyone was ill, and I went. I was sat there putting his toys together. How hard are they to put kids' toys together? Friggin'
They're a
hell!
nightmare.
I'm not joking. I had my toolbox out.
Oh,
But
yeah,
he's got like a what are they called? A koozie coat, crazy
What are they?
coupe. Do you know,
What's
like
that?
a bubble car?
Oh, right,
Police
yeah, yeah.
one. And literally, you need like a screwdriver, you need a drill, all sorts of. And anyway, so it took me about an hour and a half to wrap it. And I was having a Bailey's. I said to Nick, I feel really, really weird. I'm going upstairs to bed. And within 2 minutes, I was like projectile vomiting all over the floor, all over the hall, all over the walls and stuff. I don't know what the hell was
Because
wrong
then
with
Claire
me.
was ill then. Claire was ill.
It was
I think it was
weird.
Christmas Day as
It's
well.
a
Claire was ill, wasn't
norovirus
she?
or something.
It was.
Is it?
I think
God
it was
knows.
neurovirus.
I know she mentioned your
Awful.
mum's salmon.
It's
You're not
put me
blaming
off.
that,
No,
right?
it's
It could
put
be
me
the
off
salmon,
salmon
yeah.
for the rest
No,
of
the
I
salmon was
cannot
beautiful.
look at salmon now. But literally,
On a fish.
I hate it.
Mackerel.
Salmon now, like the smell
Whole
of it,
salmon
the
is
look of it.
lovely.
But the thing was, all Christmas Eve, all I was doing was getting up and just being sick. And I was I was just in a bath. I remember about 4 a.m, shivering, a bath full of just boiling hot water, just shivering with like towels chucked on me in the bath.
That sounds
Just
like you're some
abs-
fucking
I was
mad
really
ass.
I hate it when you have those.
And
But
I-
funny enough, that
it's
Christmas,
horrible.
Claire was ill. My
Yeah.
Claire, my sister Claire was ill. There's 2 Claires to make things confusing. And I think my mum was ill after that, wasn't
And
she?
that was my son's first bit Christmas. Imagine like
Yeah.
we looking forward to Christmas. all
Where's
year.
Daddy?
I was on the sofa.
It's the salmon.
One minute I was freezing, then I was boiling. It was
Daddy,
the
Santa
worst
came. I don't give a fuck.
That was it. He was playing with his toys. I was just lying on the sofa trying to like rip open his presents in between
Kind of
being sick.
energy.
and crapping myself.
He's
When
actually
the baby
opening
has more
yours.
strength than you.
Yeah, you said pouring you a Bailey's, opening your presents. for
Every
you.
movement is like,
Guys, do you have any weird traditions then for Christmas? Any of you? Do you have,
I don't know, weird traditions. Not really.
well, like routines? Just what we do on our, it's more of a recent thing when we've had kids. Christmas Eve, they come to my house. Christmas Day morning, they go to your house, isn't they?
No, Mum's house.
No, for breakfast.
Oh no, well, it was Christmas Day, but now it's Boxing Day now.
I like to have a shot of whiskey on Christmas morning.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just, yeah, some people.
First thing to drink, whiskey.
Yeah, a lot of
Have a
people get
coffee
it.
and a
Start
bag.
drinking
They all,
straight
they
away,
all
don't
come
they?
to my house
I
on,
need a
on
coffee.
Christmas on Boxing
Nice
Day.
coffee.
I got to start with coffee.
And I do a big Christmas breakfast.
Well, I would be
Yeah,
over.
I love it.
All right.
But
We'll hold her there now. If you say you're coming over, you have to mention it again. We'll just be there. Oh yeah, did I say come over?
And
You're right, James.
A weird
Steve.
tradition now we have is like going shopping on Christmas. Do you know, like food shopping on Christmas? I love it. I absolutely. I don't know why.
Yes, the only time of year actually I don't mind going.
I don't mind the queues at
Everyone
Max,
does go
everyone's
overboard,
jolly.
don't they?
Oh,
What
they
we
do,
do, we go shopping all year, and like when we go shopping, they give you vouchers, don't they, for like food and that, and it corresponds to money then. So what we did, I was just not bothering collecting any points, but now I've started collecting them. I just leave them to the end of the year, and literally I have like 150 quid off food.
Yeah.
So for Christmas, it's just like ridiculous.
Christmas a freebie in that house, isn't it?
I'm quite lucky. I go to my mum's quite a bit. So all my sisters.
She's literally next door, though, isn't she?
Yeah. In fact, actually, no, I did get my girlfriend to buy me a tub of Heroes and Celebrations in advance, and that's probably all I'm going to do.
Who are we speaking to? And they say every Christmas they all get the same pajamas.
Oh,
It's just
remember the
really. I just
conversation,
thought it was
like,
really the whole family.
No, wasn't it Claire, our sister, and Tim and that? Claire,
Was it?
Tim, and Autumn.
But
Yeah.
what do they do? Not that wasn't weird enough. What do they do in the morning? I can't remember. And I just thought, how freaking weird are some people?
All I do is
Like
I
that's-
get up, I have a coffee, I go to my son's house, I sit with him to the whole present thing. I'll take him then to my family.
What do you carry all your toy?
No, I'll go up there the day before, so it's all there. So then when because I don't like doing this, like, Daddy bought you this, Mummy bought you this, because it's fucking Father Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I get up there Christmas Eve, drop all the presents over. She sorts it all out, and then I open it with him. And then we go to my sister's or my mum's, and then it's Christmas dinner. And it depends if he's going to hers or staying with me or whatever, and that's it.
Do you know Christmas?
For me, I got. Oh, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, go on.
It's simple now. I just make sure he has what he wants.
Yeah.
And I get time off work.
And life's easy.
And that
isn't
is
it?
fucking
I was
it.
just gonna say, do you know now you're a father, or you're an adult as well? For you, Rat as well. Because you get,
Thank you,
buy
we
for
all
you don't
noticed.
get any presents now.
No.
Do you?
Your nephew. You buy for your nephew, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, that's it. I'm saying.
I literally have something, maybe something small off my mum. Deb will obviously buy me something, and that's it. I don't want anything.
Yeah, I'm like that. All I get is a pair of Ugg slippers
same.
every year.
Oh,
I
and Dad
know,
don't
I just-
have
Not even
anything
that.
for Christmas. No.
Some chocolate
I
as
don't want
well.
anything,
Do
but-
you know, for
I want to get them something. They won't tell me what they want, and I can.
I haven't had a proper Christmas present for my parents for fucking years, and that's fine. I
But
don't
it's
want
nice
anything.
though, isn't it? Because actually, I think when you're
My
a
mum does
kid,
give me money, kid. I hate having money for as a present.
yeah, I would
It's
just
like,
not bother having
just
anything.
give me a pair of socks or something.
But I think
you know,
the
something
nice
like
thing
an
about
unwrap and go, oh,
Christmas
socks, yeah,
is
great.
that when you're a kid, it's exciting, and then when you're adult, it's not, and then when you have kids, it's exciting again.
Oh, they want to buy me a
Just to see it.
lightsaber. Crack on.
And it's really fun. And it was fun. Last year we went to Tom's house. He had his annual Christmas do, which is expected to grow every year. And guess who
So-
did all the cooking? As a guest.
Chris coming out, but I dressed up as Father Christmas.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Tom.
What?
No, you didn't. It's Father Christmas.
Well, Father Christmas
Actually,
is at
Tom,
the house.
Toby's not listening.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
Tom.
Toby ain't listening, yeah. So
It was real.
I dressed up as, but it was quite funny because I dressed up as
You
Father
lied to
Christmas.
me, Daddy.
My son did listen to
Walk
this,
through
so-
the door. Chris's son and my niece make a bolt for the door.
No, Toby was all right, actually.
No, not
Autumn
initially he wasn't. They both pretty shit themselves.
We
Done
did-
a runner. I bought a present for Claire's niece. I bought a present for Toby and Autumn. We forgot Alfie. We didn't buy our own son a present.
He's
Oh,
all right.
yeah.
He's kicking back.
Do you know
He
this
was only
year?
young.
This is a bit different.
I got a snow machine this year, guys.
Yeah, but
I'm
Tom,
up in the game, up in the ante.
You need to have a fire again.
Might be lucky, but we might have snow this year.
The seasons are all fucked.
It does, yeah.
Last year I had a fence to burn.
But this year I'm gonna this
seriously do
next
have
weekend
fence
I'm gonna chop down my tree in my garden. It's a big fucker as well. And what I'm gonna do is I'll try and dry the wood out.
Yeah, and bring it over.
We can have a Christmas bonfire. Bring
It
some
was
marshmallows.
good
and
last
stuff.
year. As I say, guys, you're more than welcome to come. Last year
It was really
great.
good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Except
Loads of food.
it was raining, and do you know, like when
It
you
was.
do,
I
It
was
was.
bonfire though.
What's that?
We're out on bonfire.
Oh, yeah.
what's your
Slayer.
for a bonfire then?
We're
Are
gonna
you
watch
do you
Slayer.
partake in it or?
Oh, we're headbanging.
Ah,
This
Oh
year.
yeah, what are you
We're
doing
going
bonfire night then?
We're going to watch Slayer.
Slayer.
In Cardiff. Fuck yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah. Lamb of God. and
Oh
Facts.
guys, something about that. We've had some bad news. Elton John,
Well,
SOB, same night as my wedding.
I thought you said he died then.
In Cardiff.
In Cardiff, yeah.
Oh no, Chaz and Dave died, didn't he? Off
Yeah.
Chaz and Dave.
Rabbit, dip.
Really sad. But so do you take generally if you were going to the concert then, would you take part in Bonfire Night?
Yeah, I like
Well, depends if I got work or not.
Yeah.
I like seeing the fires and that. Fireworks. Wouldn't buy
You're
them.
a fucking flamethrower. Join the
What was
sunlight.
it? Who remember our cousin? My cousin's a bit dodgy anyway. And I remember years ago he got like this really when we were kids. I say years ago. This is like decades ago now. And he for Bonfire Night he had one massive fuck off rocket, didn't he? Remember a dodgy Japanese thing? It was like that. I'm not exaggerating.
Well, last year,
Just
guys.
the whole sky.
Last year, me and Chris went.
terrorist
We get fireworks every year for the kids. We say it's for the kids, it's for us really. We went and spent. How much was it? It was about 100 quid or something, wasn't it?
Yeah,
On
we go down to
fireworks.
this really.
Like, we won't say where it is.
It seems a bit dodgy though.
But for me, it's all changed now. We used to make the bonfires like really fucking high back in the day.
They used to be communal
Nowadays,
bonfires,
they
didn't they?
don't do it anymore, to be
No.
honest. It's not the fucking
I have
same.
got loads of stuff I do want to burn, so I might just get it in my garden.
They're all pretty fucking downloading an app on their fucking phones.
Yeah, bonfire app.
But guys, so we got these fireworks, right? And they were freaking massive. They were like, we didn't realise they were proper. They were proper display ones.
Yeah.
Like proper display ones.
You need to be a fucking good few feet, miles back, probably.
What I said, you had to be, 100 metres behind? My garden's about, I don't know,
A metre.
8 metres, 10 metres. No, it's 10 metres, I know, because that's a new fence. 10 metres away. So we're like a
fucking
10 from the distance.
Honestly, guys, we set one off, right? And the glass shook on the Christmas
You could
window.
feel it in your chest. Can you?
Oh, yeah.
When it exploded, you could feel it in your chest. Like they were so
out.
So
powerful.
suffice to say, we will not be buying those again next year.
They were like.
Bollocks, I'll fucking buy it again.
Just
No, I
be
know, it's
further
just-
back.
Yeah.
Bring them down here, I'll open the gates for you.
It was just really frightening, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right, we got a conspiracy. Oh, no.
Well, no. Well, it's a really interesting one. There's Gerard Williams who's been trying to get on the show, but he ain't biting. Hopefully he will. So there's
Come on, Jared Williams, get
I
on
know.
the show.
Come on. He's a journalist and author, and he wrote a book, Operation Grey Wolf. And Operation Grey Wolf is a book set after World War II, and it's basically Gerard doesn't believe Hitler died after the Second World War in Germany.
Right. Yeah.
So what he believes, he went to Argentina,
Yeah.
and they set up a big city. It was a huge city actually, isn't it? And that's where he died. Well, he says he died of cancer in, I think, 1962.
There's a lot of people who believe it, though,
Yeah,
wasn't
didn't he say Russia's at the skull of Adolf or something?
Well, so after the Second World War, a body was found, a man and a woman, and they took the body and they said it was Hitler. Only one test they ever let to be done on this, and when it was done, apparently it was the body of a woman that they discovered, 2 women actually, and that was the only test they'd ever had. So after the Second World War, hundreds of thousands of high-ranking German officers went to Argentina.
That
it's
is
factual.
true.
You can
Yeah,
go there
yeah.
now. My brother-in-law's actually been to the cities there,
Well,
and they are
the scientists helped
Bavarian
America.
cities in South America, you know. But this is so much, and there's a really good series, Hunting Hitler. Have you ever watched that?
I've seen Senegal. There's a really interesting photograph, apparently, of Hitler.
Hundreds of them. You know, these are
Try
like
and find it.
top German officers and things that went to the war. And you know, if
the people are taking the photographs of him, are they thinking in their head that's Hitler?
Lots of people, apparently, these people that
'Cause,
went
like,
to this,
if you knew that was Hitler,
yeah.
surely you'd be like, "Fuck, man."
But would you
Smash
though?
his face in.
But these people are really, if you think there was hundreds
they're
of
wrong,
thousands of Germans that
They're
went.
wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
poor
it.
bloke.
Hi, Hitler. My name's Dave.
It's
And
like it happens to me all the
watch
freaking
Hunting
time.
Hitler, fuck you, Dave. But these things though, they were really well
I
protected.
take Dave's
You know?
Adolf.
They had like their own
Your own
armies and their own guards and their own. They were really wealthy as well. So you know they went to these millions and probably billions of pounds worth of money they took with them, and jewelry and gold and all sorts. You know, and there's a lot of evidence actually to say that. Well, there's more evidence to say that he didn't, and there's like CIA reports and things saying that they sent people down there to find him. It's so fascinatingly interesting, you know, and there was a lot to gain if everyone.
If there's CIA people investigating it, then clearly they're not happy with the evidence, given the fact that he did die.
Well, this is it, you know.
Because if it was concrete stuff to say no, that's his
I'm not
body.
gonna bother
Yeah.
with
Well,
that.
why the fuck would they bother looking in where was he? Uruguay.
But saying that, they're getting paid
Argentina.
they're getting paid a lot of money, so you probably think, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it anyway.
Well, the thing was, they did.
It's a holiday.
Yeah.
They did lots of investigations. The French did, the German, the
British and
British, the Americans, all the Allied powers did send people down there to investigate it. But they were sort of palaces that they made there with defences and guards and stuff like that.
And they reckon the governments, but the Argentinian government were actually protecting them as well, weren't they? Because they bring a lot of information in.
But could that have just been high-ranking officials in the Nazi
I
Germany?
think it was the Nazis. If we can just.
Do you think Hitler was still alive after the war?
I don't know, but if you think about it, there's a lot of, it's a big benefit to everyone believing he's dead.
Oh yeah.
Imagine
you've defeated evil, haven't you?
Well, exactly. If
it's
everyone
like Bin Laden.
But
it kind of closes the box, doesn't it?
But you want proof, like when Gaddafi died, we had proof that he died. Why could you fucking shown on fucking the web? Same as Saddam Hussein is hanging on the web, so you know.
But if you think about like the world at the end
Bin
of the
Laden, there's video evidence of him dying, but we will never see that. But we never seen his body because he had a chuck in the sea burial straight after.
Exactly.
So we don't know.
But if you think back then, though, the world was fed up of war. And they wanted it over.
Yeah.
And then everyone says, right, Hitler's dead, the war's over.
It's all convenient, isn't it? It's kind of like...
He's dead, there's no more enemy.
There's no social media at that time, so they just believe everything.
Well, imagine the turmoil, though.
What you'd want to believe.
Yeah,
well, after the war, there was still hardcore, millions probably of hardcore Germans still. Imagine they hear, actually, Hitler's not dead. Imagine what they would do. They might think, we'll carry on fighting again,
Well, you do. That's why you still get the Nazis.
And that's it, and it's so interesting, such an interesting story.
Did you find a picture?
I was going to send it on, put it on the group thing, but
show it to the camera. No, there's some interesting, because there is some interesting potential evidence for it and interesting photos.
Right. But with a photograph of like Hitler being old.
Yeah.
Well, you still got the same tash and the same hairstyle. Surely,
yeah, I know. Well, you think?
In these ones, he hasn't.
No, some of them he hasn't. No,
but because he's fucking.
Because you want to change, like do the side pattern. Yeah,
Imagine he shades like you, Hitler. No, like.
But when you
Nine.
consider though all these Nazis that have
he's
gone,
about that.
Yeah. But all these Nazis that want to protect him, it's their leader. They're all Nazis. They all love him. They're not going to turn him over. And what are you going to do with 100,000 armed Nazis?
That's he's the leader, and
you're not going to turn him over. You. I'm going to protect him, and he was really wealthy.
So, any other kind of interesting evidence involving it?
There's lots of if you watch the Hunting Hitler sort of series, they go into Argentina.
Is that series finished now, or is it still running? Because have they come up with any concrete evidence, or are they still like one of those programs when they go? It's up to you if you want to believe this or not.
So what they reckon, they come with a conclusion.
We found
it. There's the picture. Try and show this to the camera. It's not the best picture.
Yeah, that was the one I was thinking of.
These are pictures that are alleged to be out Hitler before he died in the 60s.
That's really convincing.
So they reckon that was a picture taken in Argentina.
That's really convincing.
Yeah. How old was he when he supposedly got killed?
In his 60s and 80s, most probably, wouldn't he?
No, he was 60 odd, wasn't he? When well,
the war was in the 40s. Must have been in his 30s, 40s then, at least, surely.
Yeah.
No, in the war, I think in the war, he was in his 60s.
Yeah, so he'd have been 80. 20 years after the war.
Okay, I'll find out
cancer. But this guy, that does this show, and he's convinced that he's spoken to the doctor that claimed that Hitler died under his care and things like that, and he's spoken to relatives, actually direct relatives.
Did Hitler feel sorry why he
was 56 when he died?
Defiant or what?
Well, I don't know. It's an amazing alternative story though. And there's a lot. It's a growing.
Did he get on with Jews?
Oh,
probably just lived in past.
Ratty.
But the thing is though. There's so much evidence for it. It's undeniable. There was a huge migration of Germans going over there. And if you think he was the most high-profile German, why wouldn't they get him out of there? Why would they leave him? He's their leader.
Especially if they knew they had a safe haven there.
Well, that's it. Go to all the effort of moving like whole cities over there, constructing massive forts and things like that, and then just to leave him to die in Germany. It's
It's
unbelievable.
interesting.
It's
That photo
so
was
interesting.
Yeah, it is, isn't
So
it? Like
interesting.
whether you
100%.
believe it or not, it's certainly an interesting one. And like I was, funny enough, I was watching.
Well,
Something
you
similar
just
to
want
this.
proof of everything,
Yeah,
innit? You know?
yeah, and you want to prove
If there's
stuff.
no proof of no body, no nothing, and so it comes, oh, he's still alive. That's when you got a question.
Because all throughout history, I was watching a film the other day called The Devil's Double. Did you see it with Uday?
Yeah.
But throughout history, even Roman times, emperors and generals, they've always had body doubles. What generals used to do in battles, they'd have 2 or 3 guys dressed up in armor.
Yeah,
so they'd be fighting round.
Yeah, because
I mean, it's
no one knows if they.
it's an obvious thing to do.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
If you're a fucking marked man and you're a leader of sorts, you're gonna be fucking.
yeah. People are
You're
gonna
gonna want
have
to
to.
look like you, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's got like 4 people, and 3 of the people are just going.
it's definitely not.
But they used to do it a lot, you know, having doubles and things. And Hitler was known actually to have 3 doubles.
But he did. It was safety.
Definitely.
Probably Churchill did.
Yeah,
you know.
They all did because, you know,
It's a security option.
Yeah.
What a shit job.
Michael
though.
Jackson
That'd be a
did.
horrible job, wouldn't it?
You know.
Hey, you don't like the Prime Minister? Come with us. Why? So I can be his fucking assassin's target.
It literally is a.
It must pay well.
Yeah.
here's another picture that's I don't know if I believe this. This is like quite late on. This guy reckons that this is a CIA operation of this guy. I don't know if I believe that.
What year is this then? Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, has he got jet black hair? Does he look exactly the same?
This is
Yeah.
that's like in the 1990s.
Let me pass it.
Can you show the camera?
Yeah.
I haven't seen this one.
That,
Yeah.
you poor
Some
Let's
of them
have
are a bit.
Where was that taken?
Oh, come on, that's obviously
No, that
bollocks.
is actually in Argentina. So
That looks like it's some 90s,
He'd cut his hair, wouldn't he?
1990s town
Shave his
centre in
moustache.
fucking Grimsby or somewhere.
let me put this up a minute just to show you. German.
Does it say the year that was taken?
No, this is like
Yeah.
in the 90s. This was.
Fuck that. I'm not having that.
Yeah, no, I don't believe
I'm
the
not
first
having
one.
that.
The first one was quite
First one,
convincing.
yeah, that was.
But that one was
Apparently,
bollocks.
there are loads of photos,
But
but
some poor bastard is like Hitler.
But the thing is, if you're supposed to be dead, you
Keep a low profile, wouldn't you?
look at these cities though that were made in Argentina. So look, this looks like Bavaria. It just looks like Germany, doesn't it? Just in the middle of Argentina after the
Is that
war.
it? Yeah, that's
It
it's
just looks
mad.
like it's somewhere in Europe, but it's not. This is in Argentina. Look at these these towns in the middle of Argentina. You know, it could be in Germany. You
It was
know?
definitely an influx of German
yeah,
people
many-
coming in. So
this, you know, after the war as well, you know, all the countries were devastated, and the Germans were bringing in huge money into this economy. You know, so you're going to want to keep them there.
And what we've got to remember as well,
Protect
after
them.
the war, there was what was it called? There was this period of time where there was a scramble for all German engineers and stuff. So the British, Americans,
Fucking NASA.
yeah, they just
Paperclip.
Operation Paperclip, where they just took all these mines and just took them, and they were treated like royalty. And some of these people were despicable. They should have been freaking shot.
The first guy to put someone on the moon was
Yeah.
a German.
Yeah, they reckon it was a Nazi. The Nazis helped put man on the moon. No, not him.
I'll come back to me. So I mean that's a really interesting one, and Hunting Hitler is really good. And the book Operation Grey Wolf, where they say that Hitler was smuggled from Germany to the Faroe Islands, then from the Faroe Islands down on a submarine to Argentina, and there were lots and lots of submarines found around Argentina at the time that you know, Nazis got off there.
Well, when you're there, you don't need anything, do you?
right. So what are we all saying then? What's your verdict?
Wait there, we had a point system, wasn't it? 1 to 5, wasn't it?
All right, then,
1 and
right.
5 being
Like, one, you don't believe it.
I'll go for 3 because it can. I just don't know.
It's very interesting.
feasible, isn't it?
It's nice to think that he did kill himself.
Yeah, it's a bit of justice.
The facts are that massive numbers of German officers escaped down to Argentina
Okay.
and they were left there.
James,
I
what are
think
you
it's a
saying?
4.
Go on.
Not, for me, it's a 4. A 5.
I'm going to say a 4.
I'm gonna
I'm
say
gonna
4
say
as well.
4,
Actually,
yeah.
I reckon it's
so
highly.
interesting.
It's not total convincing,
no.
but I reckon there's a possible.
Yeah, but it's not all bullshit, isn't it?
No,
you know?
it's.
I think there's certainly people, definitely German people.
'Cause Germans did go over
definitely went
And
there.
there
after
are
the
people-
war.
Both
if you
Germans
want-
did
if-
go over there.
Yeah,
You know.
If you watch the series, there are people that are alive there still claiming to have seen him there, claiming to have worked, been, you know, work cleaned his house and things like that, and the people, not just in Argentina, but people through Europe and the Faroe Islands and stuff like that have claimed to have seen Hitler after the war.
Maybe we can keep pestering that guy to come
on.
If
Gerard Williams wants to come on, I would absolutely love him to come on.
He's moved back to Penarth, actually.
Yeah,
oh, there you
really,
go.
really
Get him
fantastic
actually
guest.
in the studio.
That'd be great.
I'd love to.
All
right then.
Right, that's just done for today. Thanks for bearing with my voice. I hope this fucking voice gets better.
Yeah.
Someday soon. Anyway, so if you like what you hear, come join us. If you don't, still come join us. That Chat Podcast at yahoo.com. Send us an email. Get in touch. That Chat Podcast at yahoo.com. Fucking That Chat Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook page, YouTube. Come say hello. Check us out.
Oh, SoundCloud.
SoundCloud.
Forgot that.
Yeah. Anything else?
That's us.
Okay. Goodbye.
Ciao.